Okay, so the first behavioral question is how do you work under pressure? Do you know what that means?
Yeah, but that's so bad. It has a lot of pressure.
How do you, so if we were doing an interview and I said, how do you work under pressure? What would you say?
Just I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know how to say.
Okay, no, that's okay. So when an employer asks you that, they want to know how will you work when it's really hard? So can you remember a time from a job where it was really hard to work? All right. So what you'll do is you'll like, for example, if I were asked how do I work under pressure, I would say that I can still work very well because pressure. Do you understand what pressure
Yeah,
is?
pressure
Okay.
means like stress.
Yeah, yeah. So when you're at your job and it gets very stressful, can you still work well?
Yeah, if in the gym I will be work well.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you have to do is when they say, how do you work under pressure? You say something like that.
Yeah.
Say that you can still work well because you know how to handle pressure. Okay. So we'll go over them again. Okay. So another one they like to ask are example questions. And so give me an example of a goal you reached and how you achieved it. Do you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand that. But if I say like this, I will be what commonly good. Is that question good? No?
What they want to know
Yeah.
is like something from your past. So was there something in your past like that you really wanted to do and you got to do it? Like when you said you got to cook at different restaurants. So your goal was that you wanted to be a chef?
Yeah.
And how did you become a chef? Did you would get the job and they would train you? So tell me about it. What was it like? Was it really hard learning to be a chef?
I don't think so.
Okay. How about maybe okay. So when they ask this question, they want to know what was something you wanted to do and how you did it. So maybe like what is a goal that you've had in your past? Can you think of any?
Well, I don't know what I want to say this.
Okay. Well, an example for me is my goal was to go to school, and I achieved the goal by working very hard and applying to the schools I liked and then getting in. So maybe your goal is learning English. Was that very hard?
Yeah, that.
So, what did you do to make sure that you would learn English well? Did you study very hard? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good one. So, when a job asks you, give me an example of a goal you reached and how you achieved it, you could talk about how learning English was really hard and that you studied very hard to make sure that you were good in English. Okay? Okay. So, another one that they like to ask is to know that you can work with a lot of people. So, they'll say, give me an example of how you worked on a team. When you worked at Payway, did you work with a lot of different people?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me about it. Was it hard?
It's not so hard.
Not hard? Good.
Yeah.
Because you work well with other people? Do you like to work with other people?
Yes.
Yeah. So when they ask questions like how you worked on a team, it's always a good idea to say that it's easy for you because you like to work with them, right? Good. So, what do you do if you disagree with someone at work? Like if you don't like them?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like this, but if disagree, even I disagree, but maybe put in my mind is good. I think.
No problem.
Yeah.
So, when you disagree with someone at work, you don't let that mess up your work, you just ignore it, kind of? Yeah. Good. Okay, so we're going to go over these again like an interview. So I'll ask the question and you have to give an answer, okay? You can do it. All right, so how do you work under pressure?
I can work well.
Work well?
Yeah.
Good. What do you do to make sure you work well? Like, how do you not let the stress bother you?
Maybe I don't want to think a lot. Maybe it's not my. I think this is not my job. If a lot of pressure, I think working is when I working, I can forget everything. I don't care.
Okay, so you kind of just ignore the
Yeah.
pressure and just
Yeah.
keep going. Good, very good. Give me an example of of a goal you reached and how you achieved it.
I think this is so difficult for me.
Okay, so what are some goals you've had? We talked about learning English and becoming a chef. Do you have any other goals that you've reached before?
Yeah, I got. Maybe I will be. I will be. I think I will be become owner.
You want to become
Yeah.
an owner?
Yes.
So, what do you want to do to reach that goal?
First, I want to learn English. Maybe
Get better at your
yeah,
English?
English.
Good.
After that, I will be. I will be. I don't know what. Now I just right here. Right?
That's a great
After,
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you're in an interview and they ask of a goal you reached and how you achieved it, you can say, right now, I'm working towards
Yeah.
the goal of becoming an owner. And I'm doing that by working on my English and getting different jobs at different restaurants to learn more about it.
Yeah, I something
Good.
like that. Maybe now I write here. This is not maybe around 5 months over this. Now I'm learning English. I'm learning English, and then I working. Maybe when I work at restaurant, I can get a lot of experience for one
Yeah.
day. My dream.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So I'm going to ask you this question again, and I want you to tell me that goal and what you're doing to achieve
Yes.
it. So give me an example of a goal you reached and how you achieved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm learning English, and then I'm working. When I work at restaurant, I can get a lot of experience at that from restaurant, and then one day I will my dream will be become I think owner.
See, very good. Very good. Okay. Give me an example of how you worked on a team.
Maybe this is it work and maybe I also pass a lot like this, when I work at Asia, when someone get party on wedding party,
Mm-hmm.
we work on maybe with a lot of people, and then we hear each other like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you work on a team, you always help each other out.
Yeah.
Good, good. Because when they ask these questions, they want to know, will you work well on their team? So it's really good to give answers like that. You like to work on the team and that
friendly.
you're friendly and you're very helpful
Yeah.
and very understanding of other people. So good, very good. Okay, so what do you do if you disagree with someone at work?
If I disagree with someone, but maybe I forget about that. Even I working is better. I can other people.
Yeah, you don't let it bother you. Very good. Okay, so now I noticed when you worked at Payway, you didn't know all the information.
Yeah.
So you didn't like the job very much.
First I interview. This is first job. I don't know how to. I don't know how to ask. Now I
Yeah.
got from Payway a lot of experience. Maybe when I applying job, I should be asked about power, everything. I don't know. That time I didn't ask anything. That's
Yeah.
why.
No, so we're going to
Yeah.
go over some good questions that you can ask. So a really good question is, what does the average day look like for someone in this position? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That way they'll tell you what kind of jobs you'll do, how many hours you'll work, and stuff like that. So that's a really good one to remember. And then how many hours could I work in 1 week?
Yeah.
Because at Payway they made you work.
Oh, this is pay. This is when I fill the application. I work. I fill full time. Right. Only they give to me like part time. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is first time jobs I get from Payway a lot is freelance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what are the benefits of this job?
This
Sometimes.
is bad. I don't have any benefit as
Any
Payway.
benefits? No, that's okay. That's why. So these questions are the ones I want you to ask at the
Yeah.
interview. That way they'll tell you. Because that's really important to know, isn't it? Good. Okay. So we're going to remember, what does the average day look like for someone in this position? And then how many hours I could work in 1 week. And you said that you want a full-time job? Good. And then what are the benefits of this job, like health care and everything? Good. Okay, so do you want to go over these questions, the behavioral questions one more time?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can get better answers. So, how do you work under pressure?
Maybe I can answer like this. I can ignore someone. I can ignore and then I can work very well.
Mm-hmm. Actually, let's stay on this one. So when you answer the question, speak a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just like an interview, what would you say if I said, how do you work under pressure?
Yeah, I can work very well.
Good. And so what do you do to make sure that the pressure doesn't bother you?
Yeah, I can ignore the pressure. I can work very well.
Yeah. So now that you've told the interviewer that you can work under pressure, let's try to figure out how you do that. So you might say something like, you're very good at not letting it bother you because you focus on your work. Is that true? Okay. So when they ask, how do you work under pressure? You should say that you can work under pressure. And you can work under pressure because you don't let it bother you. You're very good at focusing on your work. And then give me an example of a goal you reached and how you achieved it.
Yeah, now I'm still studying English, and then I'm working. One day I will become a chef, or I will become owner.
Mm-hmm. Very
This
good.
is my dream.
Yes, very good. And then give an example of how you worked on a team. So
Yeah, I can work friendly, and I'm helpful with someone.
Mm-hmm. So can you tell me, like, remember before you said when you would work at wedding parties in your old jobs? Yeah. So tell me about what it was like to work on that team. Was everyone on the team very helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. So when they say give an example of how you worked on a team, they like to hear about your past jobs, and that way they know that you've had those past jobs. So let's try that again, and this time we'll talk.
So I can answer like this. I'm friendly and I'm helpful.
So you can, but you're very good at speaking English and you're very good at interviews, so I want to get an even bigger answer. So the first part can be, you know you work well on a team because you're very helpful and friendly and you like to work with other people. And then you can give an example. You can say, in Asia, you worked at a wedding party and you had to work with a lot of people and everyone worked together to make it go well. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can answer like this. I like to work with a lot of people, and I'm helpful, and I'm friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only that, right?
Well, we want to do more than that.
More than.
Yes. So, yeah, because you're so good at it. So what we'll say is, example means like tell a story from your past. So when someone says, give an example of how you worked on a team, you can say, when I lived in Asia, you worked at a wedding party. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there you say, on that team, I was very friendly and very helpful, and we all worked together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm walk first, and then like this. I'm walk first, and then someone when I'm walking, when everybody busy, someone need my help, I will behave them first, and then I walk myself.
Yeah. And then what do you do if you disagree with someone at work?
Yeah, I don't care if someone disagree with me also, but I can ignore someone. I walk my walk. It's better.
Good, good. You're getting very good. So now we're going to go back to questions that you can ask when you're at the job interview. Well, we're not going to look at them. I'm going to see if you remember them, okay? So if this were an interview and I said, okay, Sai Sai, those are all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for me? What could you ask?
Yeah, I can ask. Uh, how many hours I can work 1 week?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then what I'm benefit on this work,
Uh-huh.
and then I can ask how many I'm sorry.
No, you're doing very good.
I can ask how much for per hour like this.
Yeah, so a really good one to
What
ask.
is my position?
Yeah, you can ask, like, so if I get the job, what will I do every day?
Yeah.
And it's really important to ask that to make sure it's something that you'll like. Because remember how at Payway you had to wash dishes and you didn't like it very much and they didn't let you do what you wanted to do? So if you ask, if I get the job, what can I do? What will I do every day? They'll be able to tell you. And that way you can see if you like the job and if it's things that you like to do.
You know, at Payway, when I told my manager I quit,
Yeah.
what happened? He said to me, what happened you quit? I said, no, I don't have it yet. I got a job from another place, another restaurant. But which restaurant? I said, American Chili. Why you move out there? I said, no, if even I work here, I don't have become on my future and only everyday dishwasher. Even I want to cook, you were not, you didn't give to me a cook. Yeah, I can cook well, right? That's right. Now, okay, I give you a cook. Why don't we move at there? I said, no, now over. I already,
Yeah.
yeah, I already gone from at there. Then he was not happy, but I said, even I work at there, almost 5 months already. You give to me per hour $8. Someone interview, you hire someone per hour $9. Even he don't know anything. I work at there almost 5 months. I know everything. Even I start to work in pay. I can work. I know about the restaurant. But you hire to me only per hour $8. And then I said to him, I got overtime. You only come for me overtime or per hour $8. This is no good for me. I said, and I got from another restaurant. I get for transportation free phone, and then I can get free vacation. That is better. I think that is better for me. In here, only everyday dishwasher. On future, I didn't become anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said. But he was. I think he was so unhappy, and that he looked like sad.
Yeah. Well, so then another good question to ask, let's add one. We're going to say, does. So we'll type it later. Does this position have room to grow? Because I think what you wanted at Payway was to start as a dishwasher and to become something better like a cook. So when you do a job interview on Thursday, if you ask, maybe they'll only have a dishwasher job, but you can ask, does this position have room to grow? And that means that if you do really well at this job, maybe they'll promote you to something else.
But before Pee also talk to me like this.
Yeah.
Never come like really. Never come. Yeah, this only. When I start at Pee I can't do anything. they don't need to tell me anything. No, how can I cut? How can I cook? I can do anything.
Yeah. So on Thursday, when you go to the job interview, if you ask them if you can do other stuff, they can tell you, and that way you'll know you might have to work as a dishwasher again, but you can become a chef later on if you keep working well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe I'm afraid like pay.
No.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You know, some of my friend he work at Panda Express. Even he don't know anything, he work after when he start at work. When he start work at Panda Express, he work dishwasher position, and then he work after 2 months. They give to him a training cook, and then now he become a chef. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like me when we are work together, and he applied at Panda Express. Now he becomes chef. Yeah. His
Yeah.
salary also good. Me stay work at pay.
Yeah, that's not very fair. Well, that's why we should ask, like at the end of interviews when they say that you can ask questions, you can ask questions to see if you work for 2 months, maybe they'll give you training and you can become a cook for them and then a chef. So the best way to ask that is say, does this job have room to grow? Because that way you'll find out if you'll have to stay a dishwasher forever or if they'll let you help you become a cook. So that way you can be happy.
Yeah, even I work at Payway, you know, I working so fast, faster than chef, you know.
Yeah.
I work faster than chef. Even I cook, cut, meat, anything, I'm fast. Yeah, stay dishwasher.
Yeah.
Some guy they are coming new, but they training to a cook. Me only dishwasher every day, you know. Sometimes I see my schedule. Oh, dishwasher, I'm not happy.
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to become a cook, which is very good. Very good. All right. That's all we had to do. You did very well. Do you have any questions on what these questions that they might ask you in interviews? Do they all make sense?
No, but if I can, when I interview, I can answer one.
Yeah. Well, which one doesn't make sense? Is it the pressure one?
No.
So, do you want to practice your answers one more time?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So, we're going to practice just the answers, so I can't help you. I'll just ask the questions, okay? How do you work under pressure?
Yeah, I can work very well. Even I get pressure, I don't care about my pressure. Better I work
Good.
my work.
And give me an example of a goal you reached and how you achieved it.
Yeah, now in here I'm study and then I'm working, and then I dream in my future one day I will become chef or I will be I will be do my own business.
Mm-hmm. So, how are you going to reach that goal?
I will be hard a lot. I must be learn a lot from study, and then I need to learn from work a lot of experience. One day I don't believe I cannot do, and I must be become.
Mm-hmm. And give an example of how you worked on a team.
Yeah, I like to work with a lot of people, and then I'm friendly and I'm helpful. Even I'm also busy. Someone need my help, I will be here then first, and then I work my work. That good question.
That's good. That's very good. And what do you do if you disagree with someone at work?
Yeah, I don't care about someone disagree me because this is not important. Better I work. My work is good.
Good. Very good. And then, so if this were the end of the interview, I'll ask, do you have any questions for me today, Sai Sai? And what should you ask?
Yeah, I will be asked by this important. What is my position first?
What is your position?
Yeah.
What's another good one?
Another one is how many hours I can work 1 week.
Good job. And what's another question to ask?
After that, I need to ask about how much uh, how much per hour. This is more important. When I work at I fill the application, I don't know anything. That's why
Yeah.
they didn't tell me anything. That's why I don't know anything. That's I need to. I think this I need to ask.
Right. So you need to ask about the benefits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's my benefit? I need to add this really.
Yes. And then the really important one for you is, can I get promotions? Like, is there room to grow? Is a very good.
That I need to add. First I don't have any experience right in American. When I work at the I fill the application. I don't know how much I'm afraid I don't know. I afraid to ask because if someone if I ask how much my power what are my position if I ask manager I don't know about in American culture right that's why maybe
Yeah.
that's why I didn't ask that's why I didn't ask I don't know how much they count to me how much they give to me per hour how much my what benefit can I growing up my position. I didn't ask anything. That's why only I become only dishwasher.
Right. So now you know it's okay to ask questions in the interview, and it's okay to ask if you can work to get promotions and what the benefits are and stuff like that.
Because I think first I filled the application period. I think when I am Malaysia, I was learning about culture full day, right? And then in American, they said to me, 1 week we can work 40 hours. That's why I think only we can work 40 hours like this and then full time. But they give to me every week 3 day a week, only 15 hours like that. Sometimes 14 hours. This every almost I work like this almost 2 months and 15 2 weeks like this.
Yeah.
That's why I said give to me more hour. But they stay like that. Okay, if you didn't give to me more hour, I will be quit this for next week stuff.
Yeah.
And then they give to me more hour a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes it's okay to ask, is this full time or part time? So that way you know if they'll give you 40 hours or less. Because since you need enough money to pay rent and everything, you want to make sure it's a full time job.
Yeah.
So you can also just, on the application, when you'll mark you want 40 hours.
Yeah.
In the interview, you can also ask, will this be a full time position? That way you can make sure you get all the hours that you can and want to work. So that's another good one you can ask at the end of the interview is this full time or part time? And you can ask, can I work to get a promotion, and what are the benefits, and what the most amount of hours I can work in a week and the least amount. That way you make sure that you're getting enough hours to work. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right. So let's give me 4 questions that you're going to ask the employer at the end of your interview on Thursday.
I already about this.
No, what questions are you going to ask? If I were giving an interview and I said, do you have any questions for me, Sai Sai? What 4 questions will you ask?
Yeah, I will be asked questions first. I will be out about this. What are the benefits?
Mm-hmm. What's another one?
And then I will be asked about can I get promotion or what?
Uh-huh. And what's another one?
Then I ask maybe what is my position?
Well, we already asked that because you asked if you can work towards promotions. And so now we would want to ask, is it full-time or part-time?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then what's one more question you could ask?
I can ask how much hour you can hire. Is good or not?
What does it mean? I don't understand the last question. Will you explain it to me?
Yeah, for if I will be asked how much per hour?
How much pay? Like how
Yeah,
much money?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I need to ask or not?
Um sometimes it can be kind of rude in American culture.
Yeah, that's why I asked you first.
Yeah, let's not ask that
Yeah.
question. So let's ask, I really like the full-time or part-time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good question? You can ask, let's see. This is what do you do every day? So that way you find out, do you wash dishes? Do you help make food? So that's a really good one, is what would I do every day in this position? And then, so full-time or part-time, what you'll do every day, what are the benefits, and can you work towards getting a promotion? Do you remember all those?
Yes.
So what are the 4 questions you'll ask?
Yeah, we ask how many hours for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Then what are the benefits of this job?
Yes.
Then how we ask full time or part time.
Mm-hmm. And then one more.
One more is I don't know what I want.
Okay. Well, you could ask, what will you do every day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then.
Yeah, what I want to do in work every day. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, you find out what your jobs will be. Okay. We should probably head back to class. So good job.